Already seriously challenge the Lockup, Loud, Glass Cannon, no common bags, and Flashbang Frenzy. Therefore, we can actually, well, bring a Thumper since it's not Armor Arsenal and it's not Criminal Arsenal. And because it's no common bags, that's also great because instead of bringing 5 explosives, we can just bring a Thumper and it'll work out just fine, which is generally a thing that we generally want. So I'm just going to try and avoid getting shot for now by going through here, and then starting the hack over here. I mean, we have 3 medkits and that's really about it, so that's really all there is to no coming back, so hopefully that won't be too much of a problem. I mean, there is still a lockdown that we do want to take care of because we did go better to start a hack first, which isn't all that great for doing this in time, but hopefully it'll go just fine. So we're just going to do that, and then we're just going to work on taking care of the lockdown. And well, because it's Glass Cannon, we've got some absolutely incredible F57s in the form of how much damage it does. It just does an absolutely insane amount of damage to quite simply because... Calm down, everyone. So just one at a time, we're just gonna clear everyone over here, and things should be relatively alright. So, Cyber's got that taken care of. We're gonna search the file instead, and then afterwards I'm just gonna go upstairs because, well, generally I still want to take care of the lockdown, which is quite important for us. So, we're just gonna go through here, and we're just gonna ignore the fact that we would ideally want to actually grab one of the computers, but we are gonna check what the next one is, so we could... First of all, stop missing over there, before going down over here, and then afterwards finding one over here, which... If Cyber grabs it, we're just gonna go search the file instead. It's not really all that complicated of a choice. But we are gonna go through here, check this one over here, which... There's the file right over here. And hopefully, things go well from here on out, because it seems like Cyber's going for the third file, which... is relatively important, and I would love to actually be searching a computer right now, but it doesn't seem like that's something that we could do. But we can always try, and hopefully they won't breach the south side, so... We're just gonna do exactly that. We're gonna run straight over here, and hopefully we'll intercept it right in time, which... Speaking of absolutely perfect timing, that's also one of the good things about Glass Cannon. We do way too much damage, so... That's always a great thing. I mean, just shooting the torso and getting a lot of damage is generally a good thing for not needing to aim, even though if you were to just aim for a bit, it really might as well just work like a CHA. It's really not all that complicated. Unfortunately, I haven't actually got any terminals over here, so I'm just going to watch on this side first. And then just hope that Cyber's going to pull through and actually do something, which I'm generally hopeful for, but if need be, we could just go over here and then take care of this right over here, which isn't really all that complicated, so that Cyber can actually focus on taking care of the 2 sides that they've got to defend. Not very simple, so generally we won't want that to be a thing. Now hopefully this will be perfectly what we need, so hopefully it'll be done by then. And now we can just go through here, and it'll be absolutely perfect. I mean, as long as the south side doesn't get breached, which is kind of what we want. So we're just gonna go through here. We're gonna go through here, and well, they're gonna be breaching that soon, so hopefully things go well. Now there's no fall over there, but it seems like we've already got intel, so we're just gonna make do with that. I mean, there's still Flashbang Frenzy, which hasn't really manifested itself, but we're gonna do this. And what I think about a Thumper is that there is one interesting thing that I can do. It's that these are bars. It can go through the bars, and it can do something absolutely terrifying like that. So if we don't really aim very carefully, we can shoot straight to, we can shoot straight through it, and it will just hit a wall over there, and it will do absolutely nothing. And that's not a great property, so we're just gonna quickly intercept the units that are gonna be disturbing Cyber over there. Taking care of this, and seemingly Cyber hasn't actually thoroughly searched all of the files that we would want to be searched, because we don't actually have all of the intel, and that's not a great thing. But hopefully we'll make do. Hi there, you. Just gonna step aside, take care of that, and just ignore the flashbangs because they are of absolutely zero value. So we are gonna grab the S97 still because it's free ammunition and it is still Glass Cannon and they do an absolutely incredible amount of damage. Actually, we might use shotguns. It's still a lot of damage and it's really not all that bad. I mean, we already have a really fast firing gun, so maybe a shotgun wouldn't be all that bad for, let's just say, a really annoying shield, which might genuinely show up, so we're just gonna leave it at that. We're gonna let a flashbang clear, we're gonna stay out to the unit in point blank range, before retreating over here, taking care of that over there, and waiting for Cyber to find the final 2 bags, which I'm really not all that hopeful for, but Hi there, folks. So we're just gonna do that. I mean, the shotgun's quite powerful in the sense that it can do whatever that was. And then we're just gonna quickly retreat again because that's probably the right call to make. Now that is the last arrow, which means that I'm kind of thinking that this is Cyber's last bag. So we're just gonna leave a Medkit over here just because it feels like Cyber would want it. And then we're gonna slowly start pushing up over here. That's not a great thing. Hi there, shoot. Not really what I'm looking for, but... Really? Right then, we're just gonna back off for a bit. Because the units are showing up, and I am most definitely flashbang, and that's generally not a great place to fight in. So we're gonna wait over here, because we're not really gonna cross to the other side at this current point in time. We're gonna take out the flashbang. And whenever Cyber's ready, we're just gonna move. I'm gonna first move this back over there, though, since there's a bit of dead space and dead time right now, which we really might as well spend on doing this, which... it's not really the worst choice ever, so we're just gonna quickly take care of that. Hopefully things don't go absolutely terribly. Hi there, folks. And I'm gonna cross over here, and then we're just gonna avoid getting shot over there, which is generally something that we want to keep to so that we don't die. Hi there, everyone. Those are some very, very, very excited units that really, really want us dead, but that's not what we're looking for here, so we're just gonna stash the weapons real quick over here. And seemingly Cyber's gonna move the last two bags. Or at least, for the most part, move the last two bags. I'm not gonna quite start this yet because that's not auto great for not dying, but there is that one unit over there, which I don't really think we have to care about. But hopefully Cyber will move it relatively close so that we can have some relative peace. That is not relative peace, but I guess the shotgun's a bit aggressive and it certainly works, which I am not going to complain about because that's genuinely a really, really good thing. So we're just going to grab the weapons. We're going to start by starting the helicopter first because, well, at this point it really might as well be the right time. Cyber's going to move the last set of weapons and we're going to stash this over here. Now the ideal situation is that the units come after us and not Cyber right now, which is hopefully what's actually happening, but then again, we can't really be all that sure. I mean, we can be now, so hopefully Cyber's going to just watch the back over there. And I'm just going to try my best to not die. I mean, it's just one spot I have to watch, but that spot does get really, really terrifying if Aegis units show up over there. Or if shoot units show up over there. Neither of which are all that great for not dying, so... Hi there, folks. Two squads over there of absolutely zero threat. Unless we keep jumping over here, but then again, that's not really what I'm concerned about, so we're just going to leave it at that. We're going to try our best with these units. Hi there, absolutely terrifying, but we are going to take care of them, and things are going to be relatively fine for now. And of course, we're going to get more squads, which is just what we want, and we're going to swap to our FI7 right now, because that's really all we need. It's really only for the shield, because we don't really want to spend that much effort aiming with the shield, so that's really all there is to it. Now maybe those units are a bit of a threat, but that's only if we just keep jumping over here, which isn't really the wisest choice, and there's of course more units, so hop down. Sure, right then. Now that is shotgun ammunition, so we are going to grab it, even though we don't really need it at this point, but then again, we can spend it on doing this, and doing that, before missing absolutely terribly. But it seems like Cyber's getting shot from below, and we are out of here, so that's the daily challenge in just under 8 minutes and 45 seconds. Cheers everyone, have a great time!